Welcome to Happy Wife, Happy Life. We're your hosts. I'm Kendahl Landreth.
And I'm Jordan Myrick.
And we are two incredibly unqualified,
but deeply in love comedians. We're here to help you with all things relationships.
And on today's episode, we're doing a very special episode. We've both been sick, in bed, and we said we want to just do something fun. So today, we're playing the Newlywife Game.
Okay, this is so exciting. We are playing a game today that actually our producer Blake set up for us. So he filled out this little bowl full of questions and we got these whiteboards and we're going to see how much Kendahl and I know about each other.
Woo!
This is a play on a famous show that has a name similar to the Newlywife Game, but we don't really understand how like licensing and stuff works. So we didn't want to get sued. But if you've seen that famous old show,
you know.
It's like this.
So we're going to pull one and it'll be like a question. And will we go back and forth?
It'll be clear.
Oh, it'll be clear. Okay. I don't even know. I haven't seen any of the questions. And you haven't either,
I haven't
right?
either.
You better not be cheating.
Blake, just explain it to me when you were in the bathroom.
Okay. But before we get started, Jordan, how are you doing?
I'm good. I don't want to immediately call you out, but you are wearing a sweater that you shrunk in the wash.
Yes. Am I allowed to say why?
Because you forgot to bring the shirt you were supposed to bring. Yeah. So you had to wear a shirt that we had in the trunk of the car that we're taking to Buffalo Exchange.
And I saw it in the trunk and I was like, oh, great. I can just wear that. I don't even know why I donated the shirt. Why did I donate the shirt? It's so cute. And I put it on. And I said, I remember now. It shrunk 20 sizes in the wash. And I know you might be thinking, Kendahl, what are you talking about? That looks like such a cute crop top. Well, it's not supposed to be a crop top.
It was a full-size sweater. Kendahl recently learned how to do laundry correctly.
Yeah.
And I would even argue, maybe still doesn't know how to do it.
I do know how to do it. I just think, you know what? Time is money. So if my clothes are shrinking, but I don't have to hang them up, that's fine. I'll buy new ones.
Kendahl will just throw everything in the washing machine, wash it on normal or hot, and then put everything in the dryer.
I was not washing things on hot, but I was drying everything.
Everything. Can you believe that?
Sue me.
I should have sued you for what you've done to some of my clothes.
I know. It's not good. My brain's a little brain foggy.
Today
and every day for the last 2 weeks is how I feel.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm kind of like here, but I'm also not here.
What's up?
I don't know.
This is what's up. And my finger's out. So you know I mean business. I'm pointing right at
my medication.
You, Kendahl. Kendahl forgot to take her medication for forever. And then also, Kendahl does this thing, and it's called lying, where Kendahl will be like, you know what helps me sleep? Having the TV on while reading a book at the same time.
Well,
that's what puts me to sleep. And then Kendahl doesn't go to bed until, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning.
I've been bad recently. That's not a common occurrence. I'm not a
Kendahl.
Jordan! I am not a person who usually stays up until 3. That is not how I am.
But you always do things where you'll be like, this helps. This helps me.
I know. But you know what I mean? It doesn't help my sleep. It comforts me.
It comforts you, and I think that's beautiful and wonderful. But
no, it's not wonderful or beautiful. It makes me tired. My sleep schedule's a nightmare. But I'm reading a really good book right now. So, you know, I have the energy of a little girl under the covers with a flashlight.
It's like a flashlight because you read it with a book light that shines directly into my eyes.
Well, it's a bummer because we got the book light because I needed to, it's like I need to keep the lamp on and Jordan wanted to go to bed. But the book light, I'm like, well, this is brighter than the lamp.
But Kendahl wakes up every morning and is like, I'm so tired. Why do I feel so tired? I'm like, because you didn't get any sleep. And then the next night when we'll go to sleep, I'll be like, well, let's get in bed. She's like, it's so early. I'm like, okay. And then we'll get in bed and she'll be like, well, I have to read my book. It helps me fall asleep. I'm like, no, it doesn't. You made that up.
I am reading this book right now called Priory of an Orange Tree. I'm on page like 665. They've kissed one time. I'm like literally desperate for them to bone. And I will tell you, books like this are genius because it's a 900-page book. The two people that might get together literally never speak, but it just keeps you reading the book because you're like, it's going to be the next chapter they're going to like make out. Like the next chapter they're going to get together, the next chapter they're going to get together. And they literally don't. I'm not there yet. It feels like they don't get together ever.
It just feels like literary edging.
It literally is. It is. But I'm 665 pages in, baby.
You've had no sleep.
You're
no unbelievably
sleep.
Horny.
I'm so sick. I'm so horny.
You can't even think at our job.
Me.
The person that wrote this book owes you an apology. More importantly, owes me an apology.
Well, this is the thing. Jordan is so rude about my reading.
Yeah.
You're really rude
I
about
am.
it. In a way that I'm like, you actually need to talk to someone. Anytime I'm reading my book, Jordan's like, hello, 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 I'm right here. Hello. I'm like,
everyone knows my voice is much deeper than that.
Not when you get.
It's because Kendahl has really intense hyperfocus.
No,
so
I'm reading.
No.
That's not
No.
what hyperfocus is. When you're reading, you can't do other things, Jordan. If I'm reading, you're like, see, but you're hyperfocusing. I'm like, yeah, what do you want me to juggle while I'm reading?
No, I want you to talk to me while you're reading. It's because
reading.
sometimes Kendahl and I will be doing something and I'll be like, hey, can you help me do this thing? And she'll be like, sure. And then she's like going to pick up her book.
No.
And I'm like,
Jordan, yes, if I did that, that's annoying. But this is what happens. Jordan, you will be scrolling on your phone. This is the common occurrence. Jordan's scrolling on their phone. I pick up my book and they go, can you pay attention to me? And when we get down to it, when I'm like, what do you really want from me? What you want is for me to lay on you and watch you scroll on your phone.
What's wrong with that? That's what you wanted before you started reading 6 months ago.
It's not, it's ridiculous is what it is. It's ridiculous. And you need to be nicer to my books. And every time you go, why don't you marry your book? Oh, you want to marry your book? I'm like, shut up.
I do say
I'm like desperately trying to get through a chapter. And it just the whole time is, oh, is your book got you a glass of water? Wow, you must be lucky. Oh, no, wait, no, it didn't. I got you a glass of water. Maybe you should pay more attention to me. It's a
because
nightmare
she's reading these
monologue.
horny books. And I'm
They're
like,
not.
hi, give me a kiss.
No, the books I'm reading also, you think all my books are horny. They're not.
They are all
Not this one.
somewhat horny.
No, not this one.
They're intended to be horny.
I don't think
I
so.
I just called it literary edging and you agreed.
Well, yeah, emotionally I'm edging. I don't want them to have sex.
That's worse.
I don't want them to have sex. I want them to commit to one another.
Ugh. Before I get any more mad, we have to start our game.
We were playing the Newlywife game. Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go first.
Okay, and then we'll keep tally. So basically it's going to be, you'll read it and then you write what you think I would put and I'm going to write what I would put.
It says on the thing.
Oh.
You didn't hear the instructions. Why are you trying to lead the game?
Honestly, crop top.
This is a habit that Kendahl does. Kendahl will, no, it's very confident. I love it.
What? Say things I don't know?
No.
If I said stuff I knew, I would never be speaking.
That's true. That's true. No, Kendahl will lead a group of people. Like if we're all walking or if Kendahl and I are walking somewhere, Kendahl will lead. Like so clearly and intentionally lead the group. And then at one point, Kendahl will turn around and go, where are we going?
I'm a natural born leader.
It's very, very true.
Natural leader. Because to me, it's about the journey. So if we're all walking somewhere and we're together, that's what's most important. Last night, who did we see? When we were walking. We were lost. Remember? Because I was leading.
Uh-huh.
And who was standing outside their taco truck?
Kevin Hart. It's not a taco truck, but it's a vegan, I think, hamburger truck.
Kevin Hart was standing outside. So it's the journey. When you're walking to your destination, you get to the destination. Who do you see? Kevin Hart. So don't mind getting lost ever so often.
Sure. I think that's fine. I just think it's funny when I know where we're going and you don't, and you're still insisting on leading.
Yeah. But who would we rather have? A tour guide? Come on. When you're getting on a bus, a toured bus, you want the tour guide. Even if you take a couple wrong turns, the tour guide's making jokes, the tour guide's laughing. That's how I try to be.
But you're implying that I'm not making jokes and laughing.
You're perfect.
Kendahl.
Yep. You're perfect. And I have a lot of flaws. Okay. I get it. Interestingly, my book has never said any of this to me.
Kendahl. Then marry your book.
But
host
whoever,
a podcast with your book.
Jordan's going to explain the game once we start. But my point in saying this is we're going to be keeping tallies on our whiteboard so we know who wins. And what should happen if they win?
I think that the winner doesn't have to do any Happy Wife, Happy Life work this week.
Really?
Yeah. So the person that wins doesn't have to do any
podcast
work. And the person that loses has to do all the work. You have to upload the podcast to all the podcasting networks. You have to upload it to YouTube.
Edits.
You have to
not editing,
do edits.
You
have to send Blake edits. You have to send Blake social clips. You have to post all the social clips. You have to upload it to Patreon, ad free,
and emails.
What's emails?
Like emailing for scheduling?
No, we don't have any scheduling work this week. I already did all that.
Okay, deal.
We shook on it. Okay. First question.
I really want to win. I do not want to do that stuff.
Okay, first question.
Okay.
Who does your partner think is the gayest person that isn't actually gay? So who's someone that you're like, this person is definitely gay, even though they're not gay?
A celebrity?
I would assume so. It would be
just a friend. I'm like
so
outing
rude
them.
and hurtful if it's a friend. Yeah, I think it's a celebrity.
Who do I think? Oh, these are hard questions because these are questions that like I have to think of my answer.
Yes.
So you're going to write what you think I'm going to write.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Because I read the question.
Okay,
do
you
you
talk.
think?
Oh, you have to think too.
Who do you think is the gayest person who's not actually gay? It's so hard because almost all people are gay. But I got to get into the mind of Kendahl. The first thing that I know about being in your mind is that you can't think of a single famous person right now. You cannot think of one single famous person. You can't think of anyone?
Okay. We just got to do it.
And that's why this is going to be hard for me, is because there is no specific answer for you.
Well, you made the prize. So.
I just have to guess what you're guessing.
Read my mind.
Okay. Come on, you've got it. You can think of one person. I'm just trying to think of who's the first person you would think of.
Okay, I wrote something down.
Okay.
I hope this is their name.
You hope this is their name? Okay, that already changes.
No.
What I was gonna say. Ooh, good clue. You're not even sure their name is their name, which once again is true for most celebrities. You hope this. Don't show me.
No, sorry. Did you see it?
No. You hope this is their name.
No, don't think too into that. I'm pretty sure. I'm actually 100% positive.
But your first thought.
My first thought was I hope this is their name, but my second thought was it is. This whole episode is just silence.
Okay.
We're trying so hard to talk for our poor audio listeners.
This is not what you thought, but I do have a thought process behind this.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Dakota Johnson.
I wrote Jamie Lee Curtis.
She's not gay.
Because I knew you thought she was gay.
That's actually...
Even though she's not.
It feels like you should get a point because you knew so well what I thought to be true.
Yes. You think Jamie Lee Curtis is gay and she's not. So, I don't know. Does that feel like a half point?
No.
How did you spell her name? Dakota? Show them! Dakota. Okay, no points.
No, I just think Dakota Johnson like has a gay energy, like in a very specific way. Like she does feel like a cool girl that would be at a bar and would be like, yeah, I mean, of course I've slept with a girl.
Yeah, she's kind of giving like Aubrey Plaza in Happiest Season.
Yes, 100%. Okay, what is your partner's most overused phrase?
Oh, I know what you're going to write. This is hard, though, because now I'm like, I want to throw you off the trail and write something else. I know.
That's not okay.
But I know exactly what you're going to write.
Really?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Egg on my face! Everybody makes fun of me because I always say, well, that's egg on my face.
It's not even that much, but just like once every 2 weeks, Jordan will be like, egg on my face. And it's just like, no one uses that phrase. Like, what is that?
I think it's a great phrase, and I think it makes sense. And I think it's a good way to say that you're wrong.
Well, we actually had one. The reason we make fun of you is mostly just me, is because there was one day, like last year, where you said it like 5 times in one day. So now whenever you say it, I'm like, oh, it's back.
Well,
okay,
egg on my face, I guess.
1 point for me. Egg on my face.
All right. Okay, ready? Besides you, who does your partner text the most?
Who do I text?
Who do you text the most?
Ready?
No. Now I'm ready.
3,
2, 1. Chaz.
My best friend Chaz.
Your best friend and writing partner, Chaz. You text all the time.
I would actually say I text him a lot more than I text you.
I would agree. He's also perpetually trying to FaceTime you. And for some reason, you never receive them.
My phone. Okay, comment down below. I need help. My phone does not accept FaceTime.
If you work at the Genius Bar, comment down below because Kendahl needs help.
My phone doesn't accept FaceTimes. And everyone goes, oh, your Wi-Fi's not on. It is. My Wi-Fi is on. I don't understand. My phone does not accept FaceTimes. I don't even get that you FaceTime me. It doesn't notify me that someone's FaceTime me. So people will always just be like, I'm perpetually worried people are mad at me because they're like, well, Kendahl's been declining my FaceTimes for the last 3 years. I'm like, well, I never received one. So don't be mad at me.
I feel like you probably just have your FaceTime turned off.
Clearly.
And didn't look at it.
I can't. If I try to FaceTime someone too, I can't do it. It says no, not available.
Yeah, comment down below if you know the answer.
People find out I have like a flip phone.
Yeah, you're like, why can't I do it on this Motorola Razr?
It's my turn. If Jordan had to compete in any Olympic sport, what would it be?
Is this what I would want to compete in or what I actually would compete in?
Well, you actually would compete in.
Oh, wait, I got a point in the last one, too.
Yeah, so write it on
I got to
there.
write it down. So we're tied right now.
3,
2, 1.
Swimming. Jordan's
I'm
a wonderful
the world's best swimmer. And this is the thing. Well, this is the hard thing about the Olympics. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but famously, the Olympics are really difficult. So I'm so much worse than like Katie Ledecky. Like I'm so much worse than
Thank
any
you for clarifying,
Olympic
Jordan,
swimmer.
that you're worse than Katie Ledecky.
Well, I just don't want the audience to be confused.
You Jordan turned down, like things are just picking up with this podcast. Like Jordan turned down being in the Olympics.
Yes, absolutely. No disrespect to Katie, of course. But I could never compete against an Olympic swimmer. That being said...
You actually don't have to say that. It's so obvious and people know that.
Okay, well, I just want to be clear, but I am an extremely strong swimmer. I grew up next to the beach. I've been swimming since I was born. I'm incredible at swimming. I love swimming.
You know, I would say I'm the only person who compares to your swimming because I'm a really good swimmer too.
You're also a good swimmer.
But you know why I think you and I are really good swimmers?
Tell me.
We grew up swimming in natural water.
Yeah, that like has motion and moves and you have to make sure you don't die.
Yeah, you were in the ocean, but I grew up swimming in a river that had a really intense current.
Yeah.
So like when I was swimming, I was swimming upstream.
Sure.
So I became a really good swimmer. And just like you get comfortable, like I would jump off like 30-foot rocks when I was a child you just get comfortable in the water.
Yeah, I didn't do that because the beach doesn't have that as much near me, but I am used to swimming in deep water.
Yeah.
Turbulent water. I love swimming.
Me too.
And a couple years ago for Christmas, my parents bought us a snorkeling tour.
It was so fun.
In South Florida because I grew up there and we were back for a wedding and it was like one of the best things we've literally ever done.
But tell them what happened to my butt.
Obsessed with it. Well, of course, as I've said many times on this podcast, Kendahl has an iconic dumper. And Kendahl put sunscreen all over her whole body, but didn't realize that while she was underwater and like snorkeling and like everything was like in the water, her butt was kind of like buoyant and like floating up to the top.
Well, it was literally all of me was underwater except my two butt cheeks because they're too big to go underwater, so they were just sticking up.
They're not too big to go underwater.
Well, but like where my body was underwater, they stuck out.
Yeah.
And so my butt cheeks were burnt to a crisp.
It was like it looked like a heart. It looked like your butt cheeks looked like a big red heart.
And I was so embarrassed because we were swimming with like a guide who like stayed on the boat most of the day. So I'm like, this man's watching everyone swim and he just sees two little butt cheeks sticking out of the water all day.
That's helpful. It's probably how he kept track of the group, which I think is good. But the second we got into the water, he said to me, you're an extremely strong swimmer. And I won't stop telling people that.
All right.
So swimming.
Your turn.
But I wish I could do Olympic gymnastics.
Ooh.
Or this year they did breakdancing in the Olympics. I always say I would love to know how to break dance because I love dancing in general. If Kendahl could only watch one movie for the rest of her life, what would it be? There's like 5.
There's like 5.
This is the hard thing because Kendahl doesn't have an answer right now.
I'm having to pick. So, but I do think there's a difference between movies I like and ones that if I could only watch one for the rest of my life. You have to think it has to hit all the pillars of what a good movie is because I'm not going to be able to watch a different type of movie.
I think there's a right answer. I think there's a movie you should pick.
You can't hint to me what you want me to write. I know what you want me to write. I'm letting you know that's not what I'm writing because there's no romance. Ooh, you're going to hate this answer. Don't overthink it. Just write it.
Okay. This is why these are so much harder for Kendahl and why I'm going to lose and have to do all the work this week, because Kendall's is always changing. So, for example, Kendall's favorite food is always whatever the last food she ate was.
No, that's not true though, because your favorite movie,
Yes, you do. I have one clear-cut favorite movie that's always been my favorite movie. I have other movies that are favorites.
But I think you need to maybe think about that. Is that really still your favorite movie?
Yes.
How has it not changed? You've seen so many movies since then.
Because I think it's a perfect movie. And the movie we're talking about is the movie Grease. I think it's a perfect movie, but that's why it's so much easier for you, because I have one thing. With you, it's like, yeah, your favorite food is whatever we ate last within a certain category of things.
You picked this game, might I remind you?
No, I didn't. Our producer
pitched this game.
Our producer Blake pitched this game.
Grow up.
And I'm
don't be a sore loser.
That he did.
This is why Jordan says they don't like games. No, they don't like losing games.
No,
and as it showed, we went to Dave & Buster's last night. Jordan,
don't bring up. What are you going to say at Dave & Buster's?
We went to Dave & Buster's last night and I don't have to even say it.
I'll tell them.
I was better than you at every single game.
You beat me at every game. I said, that's
not even
so
by
fun.
A little bit, by a lot.
I took a picture of you next to your winning numbers, and then I gave you all my tokens so you could play extra games.
I'm not saying you weren't sweet to me tonight. I'm saying you did a bad job with the games.
I'm done. 3, 2, 1.
Jungle Cruise.
I put the Lost City.
But you know what? I'm giving you a half point because I was picking between the Lost City and Jungle Cruise.
I knew.
The reason...
I knew. But you know why?
I'll tell you. I could tell you why the Lost City is not my answer.
Why?
Because I don't find... Ooh, I'm going to get in trouble for this and you're going to hate this. I love Sandra Bullock, to be clear. I don't find her to be charming.
You don't like her as much as you like Emily Blunt, who's in Jungle Cruise.
Yes. I actually also find Sandra Bullock very charming in movies. I don't find her that charming in The Lost City. I don't think she's supposed to be charming in The Lost City, so that's not really, like, her fault. She's very funny in The Lost City.
I gave myself half a point.
I thought you were just flipping me off. Jordan was holding this. Audio listeners, let's have a check-in. Are we having fun? Can you tell what's happening? I think
I'm having fun.
I'm having fun, too. I'm going to make you do this with me tonight. It's my turn.
Okay.
Stop moving the bowl. It's
Kendahl!
What is it?
Kendall's having fun. Kendahl loves games. We never play games.
If Jordan won the lottery, what is the first thing they would buy? This is hard.
Well, this is my question. First immediate purchase or first actual purchase?
I know, because I'm like, well, your first purchase would probably just, because it would just be on a regular day, probably a Coke Icy, but I don't think that's really what the question is. Let's do first, like, big purchase. Like, something you couldn't have bought if you hadn't won the lottery.
Okay.
Oh, this is hard.
You should know this.
Nope, then I'm doing it wrong. That's not right. Oh my God, no. Wait.
This is what I'll say. There's could be multiple answers, but this is an answer this is a thing we've talked about.
What?
This is something I've always dreamed of.
3, 2, 1, a boat.
Houseboat.
Well, oh my God, I was so close.
You were close, but you're not right. I would not buy a boat. I would buy a houseboat.
Well, but we would be buying a boat, because if you bought a houseboat, I would buy a boat to attach to it.
What?
Or like to park it next to.
Okay, but I would buy a houseboat.
I don't think we've ever.
Yes, we have, because when we.
Do I get a half a point for boat? Okay.
When we went out on
Seattle
lake in Seattle, because our friends Brian and Christina got married on a tiny little boat there with basically just us. We saw all those houseboats, and I was like, "That's my dream."
Those weren't houseboats. Those were houses on the beach.
There's no beach. Those are houseboats. Those
are
water. Those are boats that are sitting on the water.
I know what a houseboat is.
And then also in Amsterdam, in the canals, those big houseboats.
Okay, I could buy you a
No, you
houseboat.
can't.
I could buy you a houseboat.
No, you can't.
How much is a houseboat?
As much as a house?
No, that is not true. A houseboat is not the same price as a house.
It's probably a nice houseboat is probably as much as a cheap house. But then you have to maintenance is probably way more expensive because it's a boat. It's on the water.
Well, all right. Now I know. I did not know that. Okay, your turn.
Ooh, this one's tiny.
Ooh.
Why is this piece of paper so tiny?
So waif.
Who is the better dancer? You're going to get a correct point for this for knowing the truth.
This is hard because this is hard because I have to write what you think, but I disagree with you. So this is a real game of who's going to be more humble.
Hold on.
You're writing a paragraph?
I'm writing what needs to be said.
3,
2, 1.
Kendahl.
Me.
But Kendahl wants to say her, which is wrong. So this is the thing.
You are not a better dancer than me.
Yes, we're both very good, but I like to think I have a lot of soul within me.
I'm a genuinely good dancer.
Me too.
No, baby, you're cute.
Yes,
and sweet.
I'm a good dancer, and I will
You're not a bad dancer, but I'm a great dancer. I have exceptional rhythm.
Me too,
Kendahl.
Jordan.
When we go to a dance class, I pick it up immediately, and
Me
other people.
too.
Kendahl.
Remember at last time at YMCA, those old women came up to me and said, "Is this your first class?" And I said, "Yeah." And they were like, "That's insane."
Sure, but what do they actually say to you? They said, "You and your little friend are such good dancers."
Who knows who they were talking about?
Me, I was the only person with you.
I know, but I have other friends.
And
at the
older
YMCA.
people see me as your little friend, even though we're married.
Fine, I get no point for that, but I disagree, and I will consider it cheating if you win.
No, I'm better at dancing than you are. That's so
I think
wild.
you're an amazing dancer, but I do want it to be talked about that I'm also a good dancer.
I think you're a good dancer. That wasn't the question.
I think my dance has a lot of emotion in it,
I agree. That's not what the question was.
but I'm also a pretty good dancer, and I do keep rhythm pretty well.
Sure.
I'm not good at grinding because I didn't get to do that in high school like you.
I'm
'Cause
not
you were a
talking
little
about grinding.
Inappropriate Polly.
Inappropriate
school.
Polly.
I didn't grind
Also,
because it
why
wasn't
are you
allowed
acting
at
like
dances.
you're not getting a point because it's not your turn?
Oh, who gets a point?
Well, it's upsetting because I don't get a point because you wrote.
Oh,
The
oh my
wrong
God! I
answer.
thought I was to see if I could get a point.
I don't think so.
No, you're right. Oh, sorry. Well, I think that. I'm sorry.
How many points do you have?
2.
Okay. That's not fair.
Then why don't we just skip that one? You go again. I'm letting you go again.
Wow. Okay. Big of you.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
don't think that's I think that's an opinion-based question.
But there is a factual answer. Who makes the other person laugh more?
That's hard. That's really hard. This is a similar type of question. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Kendahl.
Kendahl.
The reason I wrote Kendahl because you make me laugh a lot. I would say you make me laugh harder than I make you laugh. But I'm more likely to be like constantly making jokes. I feel like I'm constantly trying to do a bit.
I think I'm making you laugh more with actual jokes. You're making me laugh more by being like generally silly.
Yes. I feel like I'm just throughout the day being kind of silly.
Yes.
Which you're not mostly like that. I feel like you'll tell me like a joke and then I'll like laugh really
But I'm
hard.
doing joke after joke.
Yeah.
It's like an episode of Will and Grace in our house. I'm doing joke after joke after joke.
We're very jokey. But I think
you're
I
very
generally
silly.
like even when I'm like putting the dog's collar on, I'm like doing a bit.
You're doing a bit or a little funny dance
Yeah.
or whatever. So I think you always have me laughing.
Okay. Who gets a point?
Me.
You. Very sweet of you.
You got a compliment, but I got a joke. I mean, a point.
What?
I don't know. I'm losing it.
What movie can always make Jordan cry? Ooh.
This is hard. I can think of one, but I don't think you would think of this one. I'm not a huge movie crier. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Moonlight.
Moonlight.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
I did it.
I almost wrote something else too, and then I changed it.
I wrote that because you told me a story about how you went with a friend and you sobbed the entire time.
I did.
And then he was like, it was fun. It was good. And you were like, what?
I love
But also,
Moonlight.
I don't know. I mean, I'm still getting the point, but you don't really that's not really a movie people like rewatch unless you really have it out for yourself.
Well, I've rewatched it and it's made me cry every time I've seen it, but I'm not a big movie crier and I'm not a big rewatcher of sad movies.
Yeah. No, that's how I am. I feel like also there's something about being in the theater. Like, I remember seeing 3 Billboards, which I don't think is a movie, to be honest. I would have cried at if I just watched it in my house. But I was like heaving in the theater, like loudly sobbing.
Because of the missing girl?
I don't even remember what the movie was about,
Sure.
to be clear. I literally just remember crying so hard. Also, this is just a fun one-off. What movie did I cry so loud at that you had to turn to me and be like, we need to leave?
When we saw A Quiet Place 2, There's this moment where Emily Blunt like gets her foot caught in a trap,
No, her
or her
son.
son. Yeah, right. The son gets his foot caught in a trap, and Kendahl, when it happened, was like, and then Kendahl was like, and I was like, shut up. It was like opening weekend. The theater was packed. People were like looking around because it sounded like some kind of animal had been hurt.
Not true.
Kendahl was being so loud. I was like, you're gonna have to leave.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Who is more likely to fart in public and blame it on the other one? This is easy because it happens all the time.
3, 2.
Hold on. 3, 2, 1, Kenny.
Well, I actually did that one time, remember, in Utah?
Well, you've done it more than once.
But one
time in Utah, Kendahl really did it, where we were in a store with Blake, our producer of this podcast, and his husband, who's also our friend, and we were looking around this like cute little like tchotchke store, and Kendahl farted so loud,
but I really did not mean to. Like, I have never had to where it came out. Sorry, this is gross, but it just like really came out. Like, I didn't even know. At first, I like looked. I was like, "Who did that?" I was like, "I think it was you," because did not know it came out of me. Like, it was so insane.
It scared her, but it wasn't so loud that like it could have happened, and then if no one had acknowledged it, like everyone would have just been fine. We would have just kept going. But Kendahl farted and then looked at me with terror in her eyes and went, Jordan!
It was really bad. But then I immediately went, I'm so sorry. Because I literally was like, why did I do that? Like, why did I do that? Why did I blame it on? Like, no, I didn't need to say anything, but I felt so panicked. I literally just like farted and they went, Jordan! And then people started laughing. I felt really bad. I don't know why I did that, but you thought it was kind of funny.
It was fine. Okay, so I get another point. So I'm winning. Okay.
Who is the first to apologize after an argument? Oh, we're going to start an argument. The first to apologize?
Or the first to mean it?
Now, Jordan!
Let's do the first to physically apologize.
3, 2, 1.
Kendahl.
But I can do an impression of it. I'll do an impression of it. Okay, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I apologize for that. Okay. Let me out of the car.
Kendahl always will be like, okay, sorry. Okay, but I said sorry, so I don't know why. It's like I already said sorry. Like, that's how it goes. It's never a genuine apology. And you get to a genuine apology, but so I think you technically apologize first, but I actually apologize first.
Well, when it happens, it's like you apologize less than I do. But when you apologize, you really do apologize.
Well, because Kendahl will just fire off and I'm sorry. Immediately.
I love it. I'm like, let this
Kendahl's like,
end.
that feels like, do you know in Pirates of the Caribbean when they go to take Keira Knightley in the first one and she goes, Parlay, that means you have to take me to your captain and you can't kill me until then, or that's what Kendahl thinks.
I'm sorry, that means you have to shut up.
Yeah. That's like,
you can't say anything else, I apologize.
That's like literally what Kendahl thinks it is.
Okay, I got a point.
This is
sorry.
Fun. This is fun. We're having fun. Okay. What is your partner's dream vacation?
Wait. I don't get it. You say the name because I get
What
confused.
is Kendall's dream vacation? And this is hard because Kendahl says every vacation is her dream vacation, but there's one specific that she says she's always dreamed of going to this specific place.
3,
1, 2, 3.
Wait, I got confused.
Oh.
Are we counting? 3,
Okay, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Sandals, Jamaica.
You got it.
I know.
Sandals Jamaica are like Turks and Caicos, like something like that. But Sandals Jamaica specifically, I've always wanted to go. We will probably never go there, but maybe I don't know. Maybe
I don't even know if Kendahl would like it. As
I don't
much
either. That's the
as
thing.
she likes some of the other places we go. But Kendahl also has a habit to be like anything Kendall's decided that day. Kendahl goes, "It is my dream."
Well, I do have a lot of dreams, but I also achieve a lot of my dreams. Take that and rewind it back.
Okay, you're canceled. Here.
Do you give yourself a point?
Oh, no, thank you. Oh, wow. So honest. Okay.
Other than you, who does Jordan think is the funniest person alive? Well, it's not other than me. It's just who do they think is the funniest person alive? 3, 2, 1.
Colin. My best friend Colin is the funniest person in the world, and he's not even a comedian. He's
very funny.
He's so funny. Colin is
really funny.
So funny.
Yeah.
And he's gonna listen to this, and this is gonna give him the biggest head, and he's never gonna shut
Did
up
you give
about
yourself
it.
a point?
Yeah. I have
Just
4.5
now?
points. How many points do you have?
5, but you just give yourself a point for Colin?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
Did you just give yourself a point for Colin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jordan thinks Colin is the funniest person alive, and they never cease to tell me that constantly. We're
love
like,
Colin.
even I'll like make a joke and you'll laugh, and you'll be like, "You're so funny." Well, not as funny as Colin. I'm like,
Colin's
"Thank
the love
you."
of my life.
And Jordan will always be like, "I love you more than anyone." Well, besides Colin.
I love Colin.
And I love that. I support it.
Colin's love of my life. I love Kendahl and Colin equally. Colin, if you're listening to this, I don't.
You're so rude.
I'm sorry. Okay. What is Kendall's favorite pizza topping?
Easy.
Just one though.
Yeah.
Hold on. 3, 2, 1.
Black olives. Nice. Good job, Jordan.
We always get a black onion, olive, and mushroom pizza.
Yeah.
Because I like mushrooms and Kendahl likes black olives.
And we both
like
like onions.
Honestly, we both like black olives and mushrooms too, though. So it's pretty. It's
Yeah.
like a sweet deal. I don't know what I would do if we hated each other's pizza toppings.
I know. Would be a big bummer. Well, Domino's has a lot of options for people like that.
True.
Probably just split it down the middle. Jordan asks you to grab them a treat from the store on your way home. What do you buy?
3, 2, 1. Coke Icy.
Jordan loves a Coke Icy.
Ooh, I love
Can I
Coke
say,
Icy.
I find Coke Icies to be gross.
Okay.
I don't think they're
not
good.
for you. They're for me.
I don't think they're very good.
They're so delicious. The texture, something about it is it almost feels like you're eating that kinetic sand almost, but it's like not
Yeah.
gritty. It's like so like,
And that's what you want out of a treat.
there's
It tastes
something
like
just
kinetic sand.
no, but there's something just about the texture. It's
I
so
actually
like
get that. I'm a texture person. I used to love those drinks that had like chia seeds in them.
oh yeah,
And you drink them and it kind of tasted like you were drinking a bunch of like snail eggs. But it was like,
sure.
yum.
Yeah, something about it. Ooh, it's so nice.
Also,
Okay.
why are you tallying like that? Do it like you're taught in school.
Oh, I know. I always do tally wrong. That's my bad. What app on their phone does Kendahl spend the most time on?
Mm.
Hold on, I'm fixing my tally. What app do you spend the most time on?
This was an easy answer for me.
Really?
Yeah, easy peasy.
Is it one I know, or is it one of your weird little games that I don't know the actual name of?
You know that, but you know what? Jordan, you made me say it. Stop. You made me say it. You know what I do on my phone. If you need to describe it, that's fine. I'm basically giving you the answer right now. This is so unfair.
Is this of all time or is this recent?
Currently, what do I spend my most of the time on?
Okay, hold on. I don't know what the name is. Okay,
3, 2, 1. Project Makeover.
The game with the lady with the long fingernails? That's what it is, right?
Yes.
Kendahl plays those games that you see. Do you know when you're trying to do something you actually want to do and you get an ad where it's like a cartoon of a woman, and she's soaking wet and shaking, and it's like, do you want to dump more water on her or do you want to give her a towel? And you're like, what is this game? What kind of pervert game is this? Kendahl plays that game.
It's not how they advertise it. They advertise it like that, but what it really is like you play basically like Candy Crush, and then the more money you get from winning, like fake money, obviously. Although I always like to prank Jordan that I'm like spending real money on these games, where I'll be like, "Can I have $20 more for coins?" And you do not think it's funny.
I do not like that.
But then you get the dollars, and then it'll be like, "This is John, like he's disgusting and lives in this disgusting house," and then you use your coins to like give him a makeover.
Sure.
You're not like dumping. You don't even have the option to like dump more water in them. Like in
okay,
the
well, the
ad
is
I know,
always
the ad is weird.
like,
I don't know. The ad
the
has
ad
them,
is
like,
always like
farting and stuff. I don't
she
get
has
it.
like really, really long fingernails.
Yeah, they don't have that.
And it's
no.
like, do you want to cut her nails or do you want to throw her in a swamp? It's like so weird. I can't believe you play that game. Okay,
Did you give yourself a point?
I did.
Okay.
How many points do you have?
6, but it's also my turn to do it.
Oh, I'm bad at that part. I have 6.5.
What? Okay. If Jordan was a wild animal, what would they be?
I've told you this before.
3, 2, 1. Manatee.
Seal.
I think I should get that because I didn't know I thought that was the same thing.
You thought a manatee was a seal? No,
Well, I
you
was,
didn't.
like,
You
thinking
liar.
Seal, like I was.
No, you weren't. You were thinking manatee.
I was thinking whatever we see when we go to okay, this is how we'll decide if I get the point. What do we see when we go to Shell Beach?
A sea lion.
Is that not the same?
No.
Okay, then that's fine.
But I
That's
could be a
what
sea
was
lion too.
thinking.
I could be a manatee too. Basically anything that like lives in the water.
Yeah.
I think manatees are like a little too passive to actually be me. I think I would mentally like to be a manatee.
I don't think you'd really be any of this. I think if you really were like how you are in real life, you'd be a lion.
No.
If you take care of your
Meat?
wife. Oh, that's true.
Eating meat?
What do you think sea lions eat?
Fish.
Oh, that's true.
I love
That's
fish.
neat. That's
I
true.
love fish. I love swimming.
What did we
I
see
love
in Seattle
being
when
in
we
the
saw
water.
the salmon?
What did we see in
When we went and saw the
seals?
salmon. That's also what I was thinking, though.
No, Kendall, it's not. You were thinking manatee.
I thought, okay.
Because you know what a manatee is.
Yeah, of course I know what a manatee
So, and you
is.
wrote down manatee.
Next. I'm going to lose it if I lose. Wait, how many do we even do?
I guess we'll finish the bowl. What time is it?
Let's
Let's get through these.
Yeah, let's just do it. Come on.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, I'm nervous.
What is the best present your partner ever gave you? What is the best present you, Kendahl, ever gave me, Jordan? 3, 2, 1. 30
Walk?
days of Halloween.
Oh, did you like the walk though?
I love Kendahl got me a nice walk for my birthday, and I love it. But
we
one
haven't
time,
used it yet. Have we?
need to. Well, we haven't done much cooking since you got it for me.
No.
Because we've been sick. But Kendahl got me an incredible walk, and I love it. But one time, Kendahl got me a gift for every single day of October because I'm obsessed with October. I'm obsessed with Halloween. That was awesome.
And I was in the throes of my shopping addiction.
Kendall was in the throes of her shopping addiction. So when she did it, it kind of was like a bigger problem than it was anything else. But I loved the thought behind it, and it was really fun.
It was fun, huh?
If you did it now, I would know now that you weren't like spending your last dollar to do it.
Yes.
So it would be different. It would be more
Yeah,
fun. But
yeah.
I think just like in
It
terms
was
of
fun.
gift
They were
by
all
itself.
they were all like Halloween themed.
Oh, it was like gibbets for my Crocs and like a fun pair of Halloween underwear and a pair of socks and then like candy. Like it was just like, it was really good.
You liked it?
I loved it.
Oh my God. Okay. I'll have to
Should we
that
do that
again.
every year?
That's
No,
crazy.
listen.
Jordan, we have a lot of stuff. We are not. I will do it for you, but you don't need to do it for me.
But what if I do 30 days of Christmas? How many days are in December? 31? What if I do, no,
You're going to
25.
buy me a present every day of Christmas?
What if I do 25 presents for December? And
That
you
is
do
crazy.
31 gifts
Jordan,
for October.
we are going to run it. That's too much stuff. We're running out of space,
It doesn't all have to
babe.
be stuff.
Could be kisses?
No, it couldn't be kisses. Those are free.
I do a cop out. I'm like, I got you a kiss every day.
And I'm furious.
It could be fun. It was fun. Maybe I'll do that again for you.
But wouldn't that be
But no, I
fun?
don't know if we should do it every
But
year.
it could be like small, and it could be experiences. It could be like an edible thing. It could be. Do you know what I'm
It could
saying?
be an edible.
No, not an edible.
Yeah.
Kendahl, you're done.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah. We gotta hurry. We gotta finish all these.
Who would Jordan want to play them in a movie about their life?
Who would I want to play
I have my answer.
me? I don't have my answer. Who would I want to play me?
In a movie about your life. I don't know, I think
Okay.
I got it right.
3, 2, 1.
Kirsten
Alan Cummings
does.
in a wig.
Okay, that is crazy because you know that's not gonna happen.
I knew. Well, I don't know. And ultimately, Kendahl is right. I got kind of caught up in the reality of it all. That's her last name is not Dunce.
What is
Show me how
it?
you spelled it.
Like a dunce.
Kirsten Dunst. Dunst.
Okay, sorry. She's not cast in this movie anyways, clearly.
She's older than me, so I'm like, could that even work? I do love Kirsten Dunst. That being said, I do think I'm still going to champion for Alan Cummings in a wig.
It's so funny that you're like, well, she's a little older than me, when your answer was Alan Cummings.
Because I'm like, think of this as like a fun, campy, like crazy movie. So it's him in a wig.
This is the problem. You were thinking you were like, you had it all pictured in your head.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I
don't get a
think
point.
in reality, the real answer would probably be Amy Adams because my whole life people have told me I look like Amy Adams.
Yeah.
And I know now, like all celebrities, I'm sure had very tasteful plastic surgery, so she's getting better with age. And now we look a little different, especially because like I'm heavier than I was when I was in high school, but we have a lot of similar facial features.
Yeah. I feel like you're adding points when you didn't earn them.
From what? How many points do you have?
I have 6 and you have 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. 7.5.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's fine.
I'm done with you. Wait. Oh, my turn. Okay. What is your partner's favorite nickname for you?
This is a hard one because we got a lot of them.
got.
Wait, what is it? What is Kendall's?
What is your partner? So what is? No. What? Let's just do what is my favorite nickname for you?
That you call me or that I call you?
That I call you. What's my favorite nickname for you? I think is what we're gonna say it is.
Okay. There's so many.
I know. We have a lot of nicknames. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Donkey?
Kenny. I do call you Donkey a lot.
Yeah, but that also like not as much anymore. I feel like we've come up with so many new ones. But
I know.
That's kind of what you call me now. Okay, next question.
Okay, this
Go,
is a
go,
lightning
go, go,
round.
go.
Go.
I know. Sorry. Okay.
Wait, did I get? Oh, I didn't get that one.
No.
Oh, man, this is confusing.
What celebrity would Jordan want to be stuck on a deserted island with? Why are mine all celebrity based? It also is like so random. These are hard.
That's easy. Who's my favorite celebrity?
What would you want? Who would you want to be stuck on an island with?
Oh, okay. Ready? We might have the same one.
3,
3,
2,
1.
1.
Melissa
Dwayne The Rock
McCarthy?
Johnson?
Oh no, I think The Rock is probably a little too differently opinioned than me to be stuck on a desert island with him.
Oh my god! I figured he could like help out with stuff.
Oh, that's true.
Good
I
luck
should
with
have thought
Melissa
about
McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy and I would have a
You guys will be
good
laughing, but
time. We'll be
you might not last
laughing.
very long.
We could maybe kiss,
yeah.
but
Okay, so I didn't get a point. Go. Come on.
Okay.
Go.
Sorry. What is the weirdest app your partner has on their phone?
It can't be Project
Makeover.
It can't be Project Makeover. Weirdest app.
Skip that one because it's Project Makeover, so we already have it. Here,
well,
last
we can
one.
redo
Go.
some
One
of them.
more.
Who has worse handwriting? Oh, that's actually a hard question. Who has worst print handwriting?
Okay. Well, then that's a different answer.
I know. That's why I'm clarifying.
Who has worse print handwriting? 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Jordan. Me.
Jordan
I only write in cursive.
Jordan writes in cursive, and their print handwriting looks like a baby wrote it.
That was for you to get a point. So you get a point for that. So okay. 5, 6, 7. How many points do you have?
7.
7.5. But
Please don't make me do all the work. I gave you that half out of good faith. I didn't know it would be the reason that I lost.
Sorry, Kendahl. The work is yours this week. Well,
All
the
right,
last
you know
couple
what?
weeks,
That's
I've
all
done
right.
a lot of the work.
That's true.
I did edits on the podcast last 2 weeks in a row.
Okay, well, this is my time.
So it's almost like you should be doing it anyway.
I know, but I was hoping I wouldn't have to. Well, those were fun. Those were
That
hard,
was really
though.
fun. We do know each other so well, which I guess is good because we're about to be married forever.
Yeah. But those were like, a lot of those are hard because you're right. I have a lot of different opinions, but a lot of those you didn't know your answer either. So those were hard.
Well, that's what's hard about this game is because sometimes it's like, if you were a continent, which continent would you
if
be?
you were a
Yeah. What's the meanest thing you'd say?
Thank you all so much for listening. If you're listening to the audio version, I hope this was fun. If it was, let us know, and maybe we'll do it again because this is fun. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure to rate us. Rating us really helps us.
And as always, we are recording in the Spotify offices. We love them. You can watch this on YouTube, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And join our Patreon. It's not that much money, and you get a bunch of extra free stuff.
Woohoo. All right. Well, thanks so much for being here, and have a wonderful week.
Happy Monday.
Bye.